To study the market mechanism, first of all, we should know what does market mean. Market does not refer to a place. Rather, it is the name of a process. The process through which price of a product is determined or fixed up by the bargaining between buyers and sellers is called market. We may do it by calling over phone or by using internet. Personal contact between buyers and sellers at a certain place is not important at all. To know how the price of a product is determined by the bargaining between buyers and sellers, we should have some basic concepts. Those are: number 1, surplus or excess supply; number 2, shortage, also known as excess demand; and number 3, market clearing condition. Now we are clarifying the basic concepts. Shortage or excess supply. Other things remaining the same at a given price, if quantity supplied of a commodity exceeds its quantity demanded, it is called surplus. Thus, when there is surplus, at a given price, quantity supplied of a product will be greater than its quantity demanded. In case of surplus, products are left unsold in the market, and as a result, price tends to fall. What is shortage? Under ceteris paribus condition, that is other things remaining the same, when quantity demanded for a commodity exceeds its quantity supplied at a given price, it is shortage or excess demand. Therefore, in case of excess demand, quantity demanded for a product is greater than its quantity supplied. If there is shortage of a product in the market, there is a competition among the buyers for limited amount of the product, and the price of the product rises. Finally, market clearing condition. When quantity demanded for a product and quantity supplied of the product are equal at a given price, other things remaining same, it is called market clearing condition. It is also known as equilibrium condition of the market. At market clearing condition, price has no tendency to change. Using these concepts, we can explain the determination of price and quantity of a product in a free market. A market is said to be free when it is not controlled by the government or by any other regulators. In a free market, prices for goods and services are determined by consent between sellers and consumers. The price and quantity of a product in a free market is determined when it satisfies the market clearing condition. That is, when quantity demanded for the product is equal to its quantity supplied. Price at which quantity demanded and quantity supplied of a product become equal is called market clearing price or equilibrium price, and the corresponding quantity is called equilibrium quantity. If the condition is not met, market has a self-correcting mechanism to arrive at equilibrium, which is known as the role of invisible hand according to Adam Smith in achieving equilibrium. We can explain the price and quantity determination process in a free market using a figure. In figure, price of a product is measured along the vertical axis and its quantity is measured along the horizontal axis. Here is the demand curve of the product. The demand curve is downward, which satisfies the law of demand. Law of demand states that the relationship between price and quantity demanded is inverse. That is, if price falls, quantity demanded rises, and if price rises, quantity demanded falls. This inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded leads us to draw a downward going demand curve. Similarly, the supply curve is drawn following the supply law, which states that if price rises, quantity supplied rises. The intersection point of demand curve and supply curve is E, at which price is P1 and quantity is Q1. Point E is known as equilibrium point, as it represents market clearing condition. At price P1, to know the quantity demanded, we have to go to the demand curve, and to know the supply, we have to go to the supply curve. Clearly, at price P1, quantity demanded is EP1, which is equivalent to OQ1. Similarly, at price P1, quantity supplied is also EP1 or OQ1. Since quantity demanded and quantity supplied are equal at price P1, therefore it satisfies the market clearing condition. P1 price is equilibrium price and Q1 quantity is equilibrium quantity. Now let us see what happens if there is a deviation from the equilibrium. That is, we are going to explain how the self-correcting process works when the market is not in equilibrium.